Britney Spears is clarifying the intent behind her upcoming memoir, The Woman in Me, after several excerpts have been published online. On Friday, the pop star took to her Instagram to explain that she didn't want to, quote, offend anyone in her upcoming book. Quote, "My book's purpose was not to offend anyone by any means. That was me then. That is in the past. I don't like the headlines I'm reading. That's exactly why I quit the business 4 years ago," she said, adding, "Most of the book is from 20 years ago. I have moved on and it's a beautiful clean slate from here. I am here to establish it that way for the rest of my entire life. Either way, that is the last of it and happens." The Everytime singer then goes on to explain that writing the book has been extremely healing for her. Quote, "This is actually a book I didn't know needed to be written. Although some might be offended, it has given me closure on all things for a better future. Hopefully, I can enlighten people who feel particularly alone in most cases or hurt or misunderstood. Again, my motive for this book was not to harp on my past experiences, which is what the press is doing, and it's dumb and silly. I have moved on since then." The pop star's tell-all memoir will be available on October 24th, but several sections have already been released online. On Friday, Time released a piece where Britney reportedly looks back at her brief romance with Colin Farrell, saying that the pair, quote, "had a 2-week brawl," further explaining, quote, "Brawl is the only word for it. We were all over each other, grappling so passionately it was like we were in a street fight." The duo reportedly met while Colin was filming his movie SWAT just after Brit split from Justin Timberlake. Quote, "As I had before when I'd felt too attached to a man, I tried to convince myself in every way that it was not a big deal, that we were just having fun, that in this case, I was vulnerable because I wasn't over Justin yet," she says in the book, according to the publication. Details from her relationship with Justin are some of the biggest stories that have come out from the memoirs so far. Earlier this week, People magazine released an excerpt where Britney claimed she became pregnant while dating the NSYNC singer and had an abortion, which she calls, quote, "one of the most agonizing things I have ever experienced in my life." According to an excerpt from the mag, the circus singer writes, "The pregnancy was a surprise, but for me, it wasn't a tragedy. I loved Justin so much. I always expected us to have a family together one day. This would just be much earlier than I'd anticipated." Britney reportedly goes on to claim that Justin, quote, "definitely wasn't happy about the pregnancy," writing, quote, "He said we weren't ready to have a baby in our lives, that we were way too young," adding, "If it had been left up to me alone, I never would have done it. And yet Justin was so sure that he didn't want to be a father." In other excerpts from the book, Britney talks about her conservatorship and reportedly reflects on the intense scrutiny she faced as a teen star in the public eye.